So I used to talk a lot about how business is having a personality and differentiating in what are crowded marketplaces by having a distinct personality. And that was a big fluffy amorphous concept, and it's quite hard to describe and would take me much longer than 20 minutes. Then a guy called Simon Sinek came up with this model. Some of you may have seen it before, and it just simplified it and just made it so clear. And in fairness, in his American language, he codified an idea. He didn't really think of the idea as an original thought. He codified it, and it works like this. In a state agency, you know how to run a state, what you're doing in terms of running a state agency is about lettings, it's about sales, it's about all the other stuff that you do. And I've worked a little bit in your sector, but I don't know it very well. Most of you will know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, you'll go bust at some point in the future, or you're going to learn very fast. That's pretty obvious. But of course, the how evolves because with new technologies and new dynamics in the marketplace, some new web entrants you've had, your how might have to adjust. But your personality comes from the why. Do you know why you do it? And why you're doing it is not about making money. That's an output of the how and the what. Why you do it, what the purpose of your organisation is. And that purpose will define the personality. And I just want to play around with that for a little bit. One of my favourite purposes, and it's very old this, but so you might have seen it before, was this one. This turned round a business, a failing business. Any guesses who it might be? It's so obvious when I tell you. Sorry? And Summers. That's not bad. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But no, you're a bit off track there. BMW, that's getting closer. Harley Davidson. It's Harley Davidson. I ran this in a big medical health conference a while back, about 2,000 seats in London, really big event. And something happened there that will always stick with me. About 10 hands shot up literally and instantaneously when I put the slide up and simultaneously shouted out Marks and Spencer. I've always been thinking, where were their heads ever since where they thought that might be Marks and Spencer? Anyway, Harley Davidson, very quick story, failing business because the Japanese were producing motorbikes in higher volumes than they could and at cheaper prices, and they thought they were going to go bust. And they kind of grouped together, this is about 20 years back, and said, can we save the brand? Is it salvageable? And they said, actually, what have we got that's different from the Japanese? And it's those big noises that I'm not into bikes, but the noise that Harley Davidson makes and the big chrome and the paint jobs and the big leather saddles, and it's how it makes people feel. And that became their purpose. Not to make lumps of machinery that get people from A to B, that's what they did, but actually how they made people feel was the purpose. And the important point about the Harley Davidson story is they didn't operationally change anything. They still made lumps of metal that got people from A to B. They've been doing that for 70 years. But they changed the way they thought about it and the way they spoke to each other, their customers, and the whole aura of the brand changed. And the business that was going like this leveled off for a little while and just soared away.